Hi everyone, it's Elise. Welcome back to my channel where I like to talk about all things personal finance. And this video is my recap of how my emergency savings goal is going for September 2025. Now it is late. I apologize for that, and I'm going to explain about why it's late a little bit later on in this video. But at the time of this recording, it is now the last week of October, so I plan to get it out either later on today or tomorrow, so it'll still count as me recording the next month about how the previous month went. And then since we're in the last week of October, the beginning of November, it shouldn't take me that long because I'm trying to get into the swing of things. And for some context, the reason why I have been away for a little bit is because my father passed away, and I was not expecting it, and I had to use some emergency funds. And so it kind of ties into what I'm going to be talking about, like the update, because since I wasn't expecting it, thankfully he wasn't sick, but unfortunately he's no longer with us. I had to use funds that I have saved for a rainy day, and I don't regret it because I was able to lay him to rest in a dignified manner. But, I have to talk about that. So I'm going to be explaining that, and then the other things that have gone on, because other things have gone on too, even before I found out that he passed. And we're going to keep it moving, but this video is dedicated to him. I don't want to mess up my makeup, but he would want me to keep going back to my regular life. And he was a vet. So if you have vets in your life, or if you come across a vet, just be kind to them, because freedom really isn't free. So Dad, thank you for your service, and you're in a better place now. Okay, but I'm gonna stop crying. So as far as having to figure that out, to explain, I just took the money from what I've already had. It is not going to be included into what I have been building for these 9 months, pretty much 10 months now. It's not going to be included in that. And that's what life emergencies funds are for. You know what I'm saying? And so far we are on track as far as that's concerned. But with me having to move money and make sure that I can get to where I needed to get to, that I contribute to the service or whatnot, this would be considered the second, I believe, emergency this year. And in recording these videos, I've talked about, like, oh my gosh, is the shoe gonna drop? Is the shoe gonna drop? Because emergencies are inevitable. So as far as like emergency tracker, I consider this the second one. I think I had a third, but my HOA gave me back that money, so it's really just the second one, right? And I'm just going to focus on my contributions for 2025 and see where I end at the beginning of 2026. On the beginning of 2026, I'm going to do like an overall consensus of like how things happen, and give myself and everybody else who cares to see a consensus of where I'm at. Because like I said, I am not going to be focusing on my emergency fund moving forward. It's going to be going to my brokerage account. And the last thing I want to say about kind of how this month was going is that my credit card right now is at a higher balance than normal, just because I've had to spend some money on, again, going to put my father to rest, as well as just transitioning things. And I'm not beating myself up about it, because, this is a life event. And I may be getting money from my job. I was not hoping for this. I was not expecting this, but now that I've been made known that it's possible for me, I am hoping for it. And anything that is given to me, I would be really appreciative of. So that's why I'm kind of leaving my credit card at its balance. That's a little bit higher than normal alone, and try not to look at it. Payday is this Friday, so we'll see if those funds, in addition to my paycheck, drop. But I am learning to like kind of relinquish control and just be present in life and live life, feel all the feelings, good, bad, sad, and indifference, because I can. And it's a blessing that I can, in the sense that That's why you have emergency savings. If you're emotional and you want to eat a little bit of something, I ate a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? If I want to treat myself to a different outfit, I did that. And I include all of that in the process. You know, simultaneously giving myself grace, because this is the first time all of us walk this earth. And this is an experience that I am trying to, you know, cope with in a healthy way. So that is going on. And if money doesn't come from my paycheck and it does come from this fund, it's going to come from my emergency fund. Not this year's provisions that I'm working so hard on every month, but you know, it is what it is. Life happens, and that's why you have it. And I'm grateful that I have it. And I want to iterate to you guys, if you are new on saving for emergencies, this is what it's for, so that when things happen, you're not stressed. You know, it could be the passing of a family member, but it also could be a job loss, or it could be an emergency medical bill. Like, it has been so calming to know that I am liquid. And I really have enjoyed doing these videos to help ensure that I'm liquid. And I hope you guys are enjoying the process. If you guys, whatever you guys are saving for, whether it be emergency fund, a car, or a home, that it just gives you a sense of peace. And it is one of the best feelings in the world. So yeah, don't judge me on my credit card balance. It's in a couple thousands at the moment. And it is what it is. I'll explain that once, probably next month's update, once I find out where I stand with my job. But shout out to my job, because that was awesome. I will hope to work at this place forever, even if it's one day a week, because no other jobs have been like that. And even the highest duty jobs that I've had, they never did that. So yeah, shout out to my job. So the next thing, and it is a major thing, is that y'all, I bought a car. Now, number one, I love the car. It is my dream car for this part of my life. Like, you know, when I was looking for cars, I was looking at like under $10,000 cars, cash cars, $12,000 to $13,000 cars. But there were just always something beleaguered about the car. Like, the car was easily stolen. It didn't have the best reputation. It wasn't, what do you call it? Like, the best brand, whatnot. And I was just like, if you're going to spend money on this car, hopefully to not do it again, you might as well get what you want. So I ultimately had to increase my budget. And that's what I did. Because you're going to be spending for this car every month. So you might as well like it. And I must say that I do. Now, I did not get a good deal on this car. Despite how I tried, I didn't get a good deal in this car. And it was mainly because I was a little bit too desperate. And I don't know if you guys have heard this from me before, but you should not do things. Macy, come and say hi. You should not do things when you're ultimately desperate and you're too fill in the blank. So you shouldn't do things when you're too hungry, too mad, too sad, too lonely. You know what I'm saying? And I was too ready to get out of my house and stop taking the bus. You know what I'm saying? And I needed the car. I was haunted, like I was having cabin fever. And so ultimately, when I went there, if they had the car and it was in my price range and it was in my monthly budget, I took the car. So the good thing is I can afford the payment. I'm not very happy about the payment, but I will say the payment's not $500. It's not $700. It is less than that. And even though they tried to, I was like, I will, even though I want this car, I'm not going above what I told you the payment that I was. Now, the payment that I wanted. But let me tell you this. Good credit means nothing in this country. I am convinced. And I told my man, I was like, you know what? I don't want to ever have to deal with a bank again, because what is the point of having good credit if it didn't help me? Because I feel as if to get the payments that I needed to be low, I just had to go longer for the loan. And I'm not happy about it, but it's what I had to do to get the car that I wanted and to be able to afford it, you know, because I'm very nervous about having a car payment. I feel like I'm back in student loan debt and I'm not happy about it, but it's a part of life and I need the car. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on in a few months, is redoing my 2026 budget, because my 2025 budget is not reality anymore for me. I have a new car. I have bills that are shifting, and you know, when you make budgets and things change throughout the year and they're slight, so it's like you don't have to deal with it. But starting 2026, I'm gonna have to sit down December probably and make a realistic budget of what my actual funds are. I didn't have to take from my, my emergency savings, because again, I want to be liquid and I refuse to do that. I don't have to like work extra hours. I can do it based on what I have right now, and that I need to be happy for. So I am. So yeah, that's what's going on. And I will not have to worry about my emergency funds anymore, because again, after this year, it's over. So it's gonna go to other things. The dealership was telling me that I could refinance, and I heard that I could refinance, but I don't know much about refinance. And I think for me, anything that I've ever done financially, I stick to my plan. I'm not saying I'm not open to refinancing, but I'm not open to extending the time I have on it, and I have to do more research. So if you know anything about refinancing a car, like how long I should wait before it's even worth my time, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you even think it's worth it, or I should just stick to my payments. Because as it is, my payments are affordable. I'm really sad that my payment is not $300 or less, but it's also not $500 or more. So I'm gonna deal with it. So as far as funds go, I have my 4 funds that I have been contributing to every month, and this month we're good. September we were good, because by the time I found out that my father had passed, I'd gotten my second paycheck, and thank God it was enough to contribute to my bills and to my savings. So for my first fund, which is my $129 fund, which is like my bill that I pay myself every month, that was $129, and I did add to that fully. And then the second fund is my paycheck fund, which with every paycheck I give myself $40. It's just another way I ensure that I pay myself. And I got paid twice last month of September, so that was $80. I was able to do that. My dividend fund is 0 because I do not get paid this month. I got paid last month for that, so that is 0. And the next time I get that, I believe is, what do you call it? What is it? The next video that will be included. And then fund number 4 is my cash fund, where I just like to take $10 a week and save it for myself. Now that may change come very soon, because now I have to get gas. So the reason why it was easier for me this year is because I didn't have to put gas in my car, because I didn't have a car. But that may be a little bit more difficult. But September, I didn't really have the car but for a few days. So I was able to put $40 cash into my savings account. So in total, I believe that is $249. Let me see, $249 added, and we are all good. And let's have a little praise report for that. Thank you, Lord, because that means for 9 out of 12 months, I have been able to add 100% to my goal. Y'all remember last year, it was $250 to $300 out of $6,000 goal. So 9 out of 12 is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Considering the world we live in, the country we live in, the political landscape we live in, the economy we live in, I have to give glory to God. Thank you so much, because I can't believe it. And I'm very grateful, and I don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? By the time I'm recording this video, Amazon let it be known that they are letting go of 30,000 people. Paramount is letting go of 1,000 people. And my friend and I talk about it often. It may be a lag for it to trickle down to our industries, but it is not impossible. That's why I am trying to put some foot underneath my butt to do this and do some other things to make sure my money train don't end. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it though. Let me see anything else. As far as no spending, still of the same mindset. I'm not buying anything extra, but I will buy necessities, and I will not feel bad for buying necessities. I used to feel bad for that, but I think that's a scarcity mindset, and I'm letting that go. If you need it, girl, at least you're gonna buy it, and you're not gonna feel bad. And sometimes you need things because you're sad, okay? And you wanna deliver it instead of going outside. Or you wanna treat yourself to a Chick-fil-A brownie. That's a necessity. Not, especially in this last 30 days. I might clean it up a little bit, but yeah. That is also sometimes why you have a rainy day account, just because life is a little bit harder and you can't be worried about too much money right now. And that's it, y'all. That's it so far. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this video. Thank you for when I have posted a few videos, like 1 or 2 videos since I've been like really consistent. You guys have, you know, lifted my spirits. I really appreciate it. And I don't plan on going anywhere. It's just that, you know, they may be slower, but I do love sharing financial like information or like my financial story. And I'm not going to stop doing that. It's just gonna probably be at a slower pace, but I'm not going anywhere, and I love this little community that we built. And thank you guys again for helping me, you know, stay motivated to keep showing up. I will see you guys next time. Let me know, as always, in the comments if you have any concerns, if you have any advice, if you see me doing something that could be better. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys for the next update. We only got 3 more. Crazy. 2025 is almost over. We making it.